Hi, this is Granberg, president of Granberg International, and I want to introduce to you a product we've been making for over 30 years, but it hasn't had much popularity. But I think now with the internet, and when I demonstrate the product to you, you'll see that it's really a good chainsaw accessory. This is the Clip-N-Trim. It mounts on a chainsaw, and it assists you in cutting really fibrous or thick hedge material. And let me show you why. So the Clip-N-Trim comes in 4 different sizes: 12, 14, 16, and 20-inch lengths. This is a 14-inch Clip-N-Trim and is mounted on a 14-inch saw bar. The Clip-N-Trim is designed so that this side is straight. When the branch comes into it, it's captured by this edge and the chain can cut it. This side is sloped so you can slide the wood into it easily. The reason that this tool was made was that if you use a chainsaw to cut small branches, often the branches will get caught in the chain and it will throw the chain off, and it'll wreck the chain and potentially the bar. Since this guides the branches so that the chain can cut it without the branch moving, it's much safer, and the job is much better done than just a free hand with the chainsaw. I'd like to explain a few features of the Clip-N-Trim. It comes with a nose guard, attaches at the tip of the bar, and this is on there to prevent the user from hitting the nose of the bar against an object, which can cause the bar to tip one way or the other, kickback, which is dangerous. So we supply this. It's attached with this 1/4-inch bolt, which also attaches the Clip-N-Trim to the saw bar. And then the back of the Clip-N-Trim is attached to the case with spring fingers, which are inserted inside here. Now I'm going to take it apart and show you how this works. So I'm going to remove the case. Now that I have the case off the saw, you can see how the Clip-N-Trim is attached. In the back, it's held stable by these 2 spring fingers, and on the front with a 1/4-inch bolt that goes through the Clip-N-Trim, the nose guard, and to the back of the saw bar. Let me take it off now and I'll show you this in detail. You have the spring fingers, and they're adjustable. They insert into the Clip-N-Trim like this. And they're adjustable for a little bit for length. In case your saw bar is a little bit longer than the Clip-N-Trim that you purchased, you can move the Clip-N-Trim forward a little bit. On the front of the bar, you can see that there's a hole. This came with the bar, and various saw bars have this hole already in it in the smaller size bars like this. You can see it here in this saw bar. Some saw bars have a knockout, which is a steel plug that fills a hole, and you can just knock that out and use that to mount the Clip-N-Trim. Some saw bars will not have a hole in it, perhaps. If so, you'll need to drill a 1/4-inch hole somewhere near the end of the saw bar and away from where the sprocket attaches. When you insert the nose guard here, make sure that you have the curve of the nose guard away from the Clip-N-Trim. The purpose of that is so that it clears the saw chain at the nose of the bar. So let's reassemble the Clip-N-Trim. It goes together very easily. First of all, you insert the spring fingers into the Clip-N-Trim, like so. Then the nose guard slides into the Clip-N-Trim body. You can see that the slot in the nose guard lines up with the slot in the Clip-N-Trim, so you can mount it through with the bolt. Slide the spring fingers over the chainsaw's mounting stud and reinsert the 1/4-inch bolt put the case back on the saw and then tighten up the nut on the bolt. Now let's go find a hedge and I'll show you how it works. So you can see that's how it's done. Now, the beauty of this is that if you're cutting branches like this with a chainsaw, it can be problematic. But with a Clip-N-Trim, the Clip-N-Trim captures the branch and holds it against the tooth so that you can cut it without it flying all over the place. This is a great tool to have in your truck if you're a landscaper or a tree service person, and you have a small climbing saw like this or a smaller chainsaw. You can mount it in a few minutes with just one bolt and the case cover, and you're ready to cut heavy stuff.